Okay, Aman, we'll just request you to stay on with us. We're getting some other breaking developments now coming in, and this is a fresh tweet, in fact, that has now come in from Jairam Ramesh, and this is what it says. Mr. Modi can continue to distort history and divide India. That is Bharat, that is a union of states, but we will not be deterred. After all, what is the objective of India parties? And this is interesting. This is what he says. It says Bharat is bring harmony, amity, reconciliation and trust. Let me also now bring in our colleague Toya, who is joining us from our newsroom. Toya, could you just take us through that fresh tweet that has come in from Jairam Ramesh?
Thank you. Let me just point out to our audiences that he has added this tweet onto the previous tweet, the first tweet that actually sounded the alarm on this entire back and forth 1 hour ago. He's added this second comment, as my colleague Ridhima was pointing out, and take a look at the language that Jairam Ramesh has very particularly, very pointedly used. He said, Mr. Modi can continue to distort history and divide India. That is Bharat, that is a union of the states. So he's using the language that is used in the constitution. He's also said, we will not be deterred. After all, what is the objective of the INDIA parties? It is Bharat. And there he's made an acronym with it: bring harmony, amity, reconciliation and trust. Judega Bharat, jeetega India. And this is also particularly important because in this tweet, he's touched on the themes, and he's also done something the Congress tried to do earlier too with a slogan, where even though they've called themselves the INDIA, they have also in their sloganeering incorporated Bharat again and again. Ridhima, back to you. This is the second tweet coming in from Jairam Ramesh.
Interesting. Now, Congress is trying to make a point that they're using both the words, INDIA as well as Bharat. Let me continue the conversation with our colleagues. Pallavi continues to be with us. Pallavi, just look at the fresh tweet that in fact has been put out by the Congress. They're saying that we're in fact using both the words. So where is the controversy really coming in from?
Exactly what we were talking about, Ridhima, a short while back, because remember when they first came out with the acronym India, they were very gung-ho and happy about it, and they thought they had scored a googly. And when the retaliation, the first response came in from the BJP to saying, why aren't you not using the word Bharat, because you belong to a Tukre gang and you are always against the idea of Bharat. And that is when this was as an afterthought added that Judega Bharat, jeetega Bharat, and there's a reason behind it. It was not off the cuff, not sudden adding of the line, because we are aware of those deliberations which took place, and this was an idea which came in from many of the parties like the RJD, like the Trinamool Congress, and also the Aam Aadmi Party, that do add the tagline Judega Bharat, jeetega Bharat, and give that idea about that we are not talking about two Indias, we are talking about India as well as Bharat, and the two of them are not in contradiction to each other. So therefore now it has become a political battle, with the BJP accusing the India front of only talking about an alien concept of India and not about Bharat, and with the India front saying no, we are actually talking about both, whether it's the Bharat Jodo Yatra, whether it is an acronym, whether it's jeetega Bharat, we are actually talking about one India, one Bharat, and we do not make that difference. But what Jairam Ramesh's tweet, both the first one and the second one, tries to convey the point that we are not divisive in nature. It's the BJP which is divisive in nature, which is why it wants to tinker with the constitution or a convention which has been existing for years.
So as Pallavi is rightly pointing out, there is now a fresh controversy as far as the usage of the word Bharat is concerned. Just look at the fresh tweet that in fact has been put out by the Congress, by Jairam Ramesh, who's exactly gone on to say that it's BJP that is divisive in nature. We'll of course continue to track all these developments.